Marge, have you got my Depends diapers ready for me today? Huh? I've got a meeting over to CNN. No, it's not CNN. That was the other day, wasn't it? Huh? Did you know that CNN, they really asked me some tough questions over there? And of course, I studied my notes for hours before I went over there to the interview so I could answer the questions. And they sometimes they treat me like a baby, Marge. I mean Jill. And and I'm not a baby. I'm the President of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, in one nation. And boy, you know, Marge, I almost shit my pants over to CNN. I mean, Jill, I almost shit my pants over there because I didn't have my diapers on. Can you make sure that, can you put the Depends on the bed there, and I'll put those on before we go out of go out of the White House? I keep forgetting I'm in the White House. Did you know that I was caught by one of the Secret Service agents last night? April, is that your name, April? Marge, Gloria, Elizabeth. What is your name, April? Marge? Amber. No, that was a stripper. That was a stripper's name. What is your name? Jill. Anyway, I was caught by the Secret Service man last night. I was wandering around the White House in the buff. Actually, I was going from the blue room to the down the hallway and then into the library. I like to think of myself as a history buff because I like to read history in the buff. Yeah. And I was in the buff, and Secret Service man told me to get back into the bedroom and put some PJs on. And so I went back and put some PJs on. Marge, did you iron my PJs? See, I like all my clothes ironed. What's her name? Let me look at my notes here. Jill. Jill, I like to have all my clothes ironed, so I look like a professional, and that includes my PJs. So I know you're a good wife. I'm not saying you're not a good wife, Jill. But I'm saying that there's certain things that you don't do that I want you to do, and that's like iron my PJs and spit shine my shoes. I don't care if you've run out of shoe polish. Get down on your hands and knees and spit on those shoes. And shine them, baby. I want you to spit shine my shoes. Just like you're in the army, Jill. Did you know that I used to be in the Navy? I used to be in the Navy on the PT 109 boat, and sometimes I was in the submarine. I was up, the telescope, yeah. And I was looking. Of course, I was in the Marine Corps too, Marge. I was in the Marine Corps and the Army Corps. What was I? UPS? No, that's UPS Corps? Is that the post office? Yeah. Anyway, I was a postal service rep, and I used to stand at the post office door and make sure before people came into the door that they actually had some business to conduct in the post office. They might have had a package or maybe a few envelopes or letters and things. And then I would give the okay that they could enter the post office and do their business. And then I would have to let them out of the door so they could go on their merry way. No, Marge, I was also, see, there's Air Force. I was in, all aboard. I was in the Air Force, Marge, and I flew B-19ers, 199ers. And I was in the, I was raised by Africans in Africa, and I went to the black church, Marge, and of course I went to the Catholic church. I was raised by Catholics. I was in the nunnery. I was in the nunnery, and the nuns used to come up to me, and they used to take me by. They said, Joey baby, it's nice to see you, Joey baby. And some of those nuns, some of those big fat nuns, they had big bazookas. You know, maybe maybe that's why I like to go out and on the battlefield and with my bazookas and my canteen and canteen of Kool-Aid in one hand and my big bazooka in the other hand. But anyway, some of those nuns, they had big bazookas. And I don't know if that was part of the religious service or not, but I didn't care because they were like a mother to me. They were like a mother to me, and of course, I was raised Jehovah's Witness too, Marge. I was raised Jehovah's Witness from age 3 to 9, and yeah, I was in the Pentecost for a while, and I used to speak in tongues. And I used to, I was like, and then I got a job as an auctioneer. I got a job as an auctioneer because I could speak in tongues. And that was one of the greatest jobs I ever had, Marge, or Jill. Yeah. Because I used to make 10% on everything that went through the auction house. And I made 10%, and of course I had to pay 10% tithing and almost damn near 12% to Uncle Sam. And of course before I used to have plants, what they call plants, Mark. Do you know what plants are, Jill? Plants are people that you put in the audience that raise their hand to bid on things and to push the price level up. Sounds like a dog, doesn't it? What's your name, Jill? Anyway, they're I think they're called plants. And anyway, they'd push the price up so Joe Biden could make more on his 10%, on his meager 10%. Oh, boy. You know, Stormy was on the witness stand, and she did a great job. She was talking about her X-rated shenanigans and escapades that she had with President Trump. And apparently President Trump liked it. He didn't stop it. He didn't say, Stormy, go home. He didn't say that. He didn't say, Stormy, go home. He liked what he saw. And apparently she thought it was okay too, because she stayed around all night long until Donald told her that she needed to go home because he needed to go home. And of course she gave a sincere testimony of what actually went on, and we're thankful for Stormy and her ability to tell the truth. In fact, we're proud of all the people on the witness stand that raised their right hand and promised to tell the truth, and they did tell the truth. If they badmouthed Donald Trump, then they told the truth. And if they said anything nice about Trump, then they're liars. Their nose should be, like Pinocchio's nose. Pinocchio, Marge, was Pinocchio real? Was he real? Was he really just kind of was like a puppet at times? some people think I'm a puppet, Marge or Jill. Some people think I'm a puppet, and I don't do my own bidding. I do my own bidding. They think I'm a puppet. And they think the puppet master is Maxine Waters, and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all the Democrats out there that are pulling strings of one way or the other, if you know what I mean. It's sickening. It's just sickening what goes on in this political arena. It's just sickening. Thank goodness that we have Democrats that are honest and they tell the truth, and they want to do the right thing for the country. They want to pay off student loans, for all you poor students that got head over heels. They got head over heels with the loans they have to pay back. And, of course, they have great jobs now. They're doctors and lawyers and candlestick makers and the great jobs. And why should they have to pay their loans back? Let the other people, let the kids that weren't lucky enough to go to college, let them pay it back. And let all the Americans share alike. Let them pay it back. And of course, and then we have drag queen story hours. They have men that actually think they're women that go into elementary schools and they sit down in a chair and they cross their legs a certain way so the kiddies can look at their underpants, and sometimes they don't wear underpants. Huh? You heard the story about the little girl that was climbing the flagpole at school, and little Johnny was giving her a 20 spot to climb the flagpole. She'd go home and tell her parents. Parents say, "Where'd you get that $20, Sally?" I climbed the Johnny wanted me to climb the flagpole, so I climbed the flagpole. He gave me $20 for it. Don't you understand that Johnny just wants to look at your underpants when you climb the flagpole? Huh? You got any brains, Sally? He just wants to see your underpants. What is wrong with you? Don't climb the flagpole. She comes home the next day, she's got $30. Where'd you get that money, Sally? I climbed the flagpole. Sally, you're going to be grounded for a week. I told you that Johnny just wants to watch you, climb the flagpole and look at your underpants. She says, no, she said, I filled them. I didn't wear any today. That's how dumb you Republicans are. You Republicans just don't get it. There's nothing wrong with drag queens. Teaching your kids that if they don't want to be a boy and they don't want to be a girl, that they can go to the doctor behind the parents' back. Has nothing to do with parents. Parents aren't the rulers of the kids. The kids are human beings. They can think for themselves, as long as they can walk and talk, they're in, baby. They can go to the doctor's office. The doctor say, Johnny, you sure you want to be a girl? I think so. Let's get this Sal, or, what's her name? Let's see, what's the nurse's name? See, Amber, that's a stripper's name. How about Monica? Oh, that's the girl that had fun with Clinton in the White House. Is that Monica? Anyway, let's just say, I don't know, Vicky. Vicky, sharpen the blade on that knife and that saw and bring that over here. We're going to chop Billy's ding-dong off, and then he's going to take some pills, and he's going to grow breasts, and he's going to be a woman. You realize, Johnny, that you won't be a boy anymore. Is that what you want? I guess so. Well, it's too late now. Too late now. And is the girl still waiting in there? We're going to transplant Billy's ding dong onto the girl in room 5, and we're going to strap that on, and then we're going to give her pills so she can be a boy. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you want to be known as something else, there's more than 2 genders. God must have been wrong when he, created male and female. There's at least 200 different genders. If you want to be a fire hydrant during the day, you're a fire hydrant. If you want to be, if you want to be a pencil, you can be a pencil during the day, and there's nobody that can tell you different, I'm in, huh? Oh, boy. Did you know that I was born a Methodist? I was born in the Methodist church, and of course later on in life I became a Presbyterian? Yeah, I was a Presbyterian, and then I grew up with the Mexican. I went to Mexico, and I grew up with a Mexican family over there, and then I was in Puerto Rico for a while. And Marge, what was I talking about, Jill? I'm sorry. I know, honey. I know I call you Marge all the time. I don't know a Marge. I don't know who Marge is. I don't know why I've called you Marge. I'm sorry I call you Marge. I know your name is Jill. You don't have to ride me, Jill. I know that, what was your name? Yeah, Jill. I know your name's Jill. I apologize, and I hope that you'll forgive me. What a bunch of losers.